Happy Friday to the peoples, man. That's a nice blue. June Sports in the building. What's up? Happy Friday. I'll go this way. AJ Lino, what's up? Troy Scott, salute. AJ Lino said, was just rewatching last Friday's live. Fire as always. Thanks, man. Appreciate y'all. It's so crazy. Recoveries. Morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
All right. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. All right. We got some questions up in here. Troy Scott, salute. AJ Lena says, rewatching. Okay. Troy Scott said, can't wait for the shea butter to come back. It's fire. Hey, man, thanks. I gotta make something for my damn self. I'm running out. D says, what's good with it? What's going on, D's? AJ Lino. How you doing? Angelina says, went on a date with a girl from... How you doing? Went on a date with a girl from church yesterday. She didn't Went on a date with a girl from church yesterday. She didn't kiss me at the end. That's an automatic charge, right? Um, why do you, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that. But if you didn't set anything up, then like if you didn't set anything up, if you didn't like you can't. It's not that simple, right? Where just because she didn't kiss you is a charge. Like if you didn't say nothing, if you didn't like speak sexually flirtatious or any of those other things, and she wasn't with it, oh yeah, then it's a charge. You know what I'm saying? As long as you did what you were supposed to do, then it's a charge. You guys are you always focus on what the girl do. What did you do? You see what I'm saying? Because if you ain't say nothing about sex or say nothing about getting together, hooking up, kissing, touching, whatever, if you ain't make no moves the entire date and then right at the end you try to move in for the kiss, and then she ain't want to kiss you, then that's more your fault than hers. But I don't know the context. Just say hi and bye when I see her at church. Yeah, that's all you can do. If that's the case, it just means she's not physically attracted or interested or sexually interested in you, and that's all you can do. Hi and bye when you see her at church. Dylan Islander says, salute Miles. Don't have a question currently, but just wanted to pop in and express gratitude to you and all that you do. Same to all the Real Game No Theory panel. Enjoy the East Coast summer. All right, appreciate it, bro. You too. Enjoy the summer, man. Duke Lux, what up? Lemmy says we let the Celtics play at their maximum so we can finish them at our base level from Mavs in 6. Yo, I'm down. I'm with you, Lemmy. I'm with you, bro. Cause ain't no way they're gonna play like that every time, bro. No way, bro. They was on super point somehow. Ain't no way they're gonna play like that every game, bro. No way possible. So we'll see what happens. I hope we make some good adjustments and all that. Lemmy says salute. All right. How you doing? Yeah, ain't no way they're gonna be playing like that the entire series, bro. There's no way. That was a good game. They played a good game though, man. I can't front. Everybody was on point. Everybody was on point, and that boy Jalen Brown earning his contract for real. Jalen Brown earning his contract. Um, Monogamous, what's up? Happy Friday, Dr. Phil. Shout out to Nick. Majin, just me and you. How to deal with negative people. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right.
That's good.
How to deal with negative people? Well, first of all, you don't let their negativity stop you from being yourself. You don't let their negativity stop you from being positive. That's number one. And number two, you might have to, if they're that negative, you might have to stay clear and let them be. Oh, they got a little blue in they. Oh, that's dope. I don't know if y'all can see that. They got little blue stripes in they feathers. That's crazy. I never seen ducks like that. They got blue stripes in their feathers. That's fire. And it's kind of iridescent because you only see it when the sun hit it a certain way. That's crazy.
Is this Mine Creek? Is this the Mine Creek? Mine Creek. Mine Creek Trail? You doing Shadow Lake? I'm trying to get to the art museum. Oh, it's up there. Up there. Thank you. Top of the hill.
AJ Linos, trust me, Miles, I flirted heavy, talked about sexy, which she waved and didn't respond back with. Also made a move to kiss, so she's charged. Well, you know the truth is, AJ Lino, you sound like you probably could have ended the date early. That's what that sound like. some dates it don't make no sense to let it drag on, bro. If she already acting like she's not interested in what you interested in, if you over here flirting the whole time and you over here talking about, talking sexual and flirting and doing this and that, and she keep waving it off, sometimes you just got to be like, all right, listen, listen, you cool and everything, but I'm gonna do something different with the rest of my evening, and so you have a good night. Do you need me to walk you to your car? And then that's it. Sometimes you got to know when to end the date, bro. Because sometimes we think that we could probably grow on a female and all of this and all of that. Like you don't need to waste your time, bro. You don't need to waste your time. You could just be like, hey, it's been nice. I'll see you at church. Do you need me to walk you to your car? No? All right, cool. You have a good night. And then right then and there, if y'all in a spot with some other females, just start hollering at other females right there in front of her, and let her know, so she'll know exactly how dead serious you are. Because if she's not attracted to you anyway, then it doesn't matter. Sometimes we gotta know when to end the date, guys. We gotta stop wasting time. Just out of like, maybe you trying to be polite. Well, it's polite to not waste a person's time. It's polite to respectfully end the date. You feel me? Toddy Kiss said, God bless everyone in the chat. Listening to this during my cycle. All right. D says Porzingis was putting in work. Yo, I never seen that before. Somebody come back from an injury, haven't played ball in 30 days and came back and played like that. That's ridiculous, bro. I never seen that in my life. And I've been watching basketball for a long time. I've been watching basketball since I was in my adolescence, bro. Like, since I was like 10. Dylan Islander says those Ducks are gamed up. Monogamous says, I love how you illustrated the difference between feelings and acting on emotions. All right. And for those that don't know, that's on the Bad Boy Show. If y'all want to get on that, go to patreon.com/Mr. Lucario. That's the Bad Boy Show. Um, Dave G said the bad bitch version of ducks. Don't pedestal them, Miles. You funny. How y'all doing? All right. Monogamous player said, great game. I can definitely use and practice. Spliff Skylark said, that's a dope name, by the way. Miles, I had an older woman say to me, I can tell you're cocky. I was a bit confused because I never gloat or express how competent I am to others. Could this be an example of shaming? So okay, here's the thing. When you're a confident guy, right? When you're a confident person, a lot of times people will perceive your natural confidence as arrogance, and it's not necessarily shaming. It's just that when you are actually a confident person, what happens is when you're around people who are insecure, they tend to see your confidence as arrogance because they're insecure about their position in the world. Now, I tell you guys all the time that it's natural for a woman to be insecure. It's natural for a woman to be insecure. So when you find yourself around a woman, and if you're around her, and you're letting her know you feeling her and all that, but you still not putting her on a pedestal, and you still know that you the man, and she need to if she want to get with you, then she gotta come correct in certain other things like that. When a woman notices that, she'll call it arrogance, or she'll call it cockiness. And a lot of times the word cocky, it depends on the context, right? Because cocky's good or bad. You understand? Cocky can be good or bad. So it still depends on the context. Sometimes when they say arrogant, then they definitely then it more often than not it has a negative connotation. But sometimes when people say cocky, it's not necessarily that it's a bad thing or a good thing. They're just making an observation. But like I said, she's making an observation based on her insecurity, or she's making an observation on the fact that she recognizes how much confidence you have as a man. And sometimes that's in many cases that's a good thing, because when a woman recognizes that, then all you really need to do from that point is instruct her on what you want her to do. Because if she knows she's dealing with somebody who's cocky, then that means You the type of man that knows exactly what you want. So the only thing you need to do from that point is to instruct her on exactly what you want her to do and see if she follows your instructions. Now, if she don't follow your instructions, then she's calling you cocky and she is insecure about what it's going to take for her to get with you. But if she does follow your instructions, she's saying that you're cocky and she thinks that your confidence is sexy and she wants to follow your instructions. It's usually only two things. But the bottom line is, instead of you sitting there wondering if she's trying to shame you, you need to just give her instructions and see how she responds to the instructions that you give her. That's the bottom line. B says, beautiful day, beautiful view. Happy Friday. You too, B. Appreciate it. Toddy Kid said, my neighbor was asking for a date. When I said that's cool, we can fuck after all of a sudden she's slowing her pursuit down. Hey, that's how it is. She want to date from you. She want to use your time, energy, and resources to enjoy herself. But if she don't want to smash, then it really don't make sense. And that was a good call on your part to bring up smashing. You understand? And to see what her response was, so you know for sure whether she's just trying to use you or not. Just me and you said, another question. I'm 6'1" and good looking, but I don't see any baddies attracted to me, only below average women. Oh, that's crazy. How is that possible? Because if you 6'1" and good looking, then that means you're supposed to be getting all the baddies. Isn't that how it go? See, this is why we call it real game, no theory. Because in real life, you still gotta have game to get what you want. So if you 6'1" and you claim you good looking, well, you need to maximize your appearance, meaning you gotta dress nice, you gotta be confident, carry yourself a certain way, and then find yourself around the women that you find attractive. So what does that mean? If the women that you find attractive are at the rooftop party, then go to the rooftop party. If the women that you find attractive are at the bowling alley, then go to the bowling alley. You got to explore your city, explore your area, find out where the baddies are. And when I say baddies, I'm talking about the women that you think are baddies. I don't care. I don't subscribe to a general definition of baddies. I'm just saying, if the women that you think are baddies or the women that you think are attractive, go to where they at, and then since you 6'1" and good looking, then you should have no problem, right? Right. Excuse me. ASAP says, respect Miles. Is it fine to lead with the line of I just came over to introduce myself and then lead with your name, or is the first part unnecessary? No, no, it's fine. I mean, look, you're just telling her what you're doing. You're letting her know what it is. That's all. And there's never anything wrong with that. Letting a woman know what it is fine. Hey, I came over here to introduce myself. My name is such and such. What's your name? There's nothing wrong with that. Chris the Player says, there's no bigger turnoff than when you are flirting with a girl and she doesn't flirt back, act like you just said nothing. Exactly. In situations like that, you got to end the date. You got to be like, oh, like you give it 2 or 3 chances, right? You talk about sex, you flirt, you move close to her, you put your hand on on her thigh, something like that. Take her by the hand, something like that, and she don't respond to your advances, bro. You guys could stop wasting your time. You don't have to waste time on dates. You really don't. If you see that she ain't really messing with you in that way, you can leave her alone. Matt L. Salute. Leak Brimmer says, Miles, you know that dude with the suspended license that got caught in the court on Zoom. All that started because he owed child support. So he all right when it begins and ends with the man. Yeah, yeah. We the one that get the woman pregnant, so of course it begins and ends with us. Vasily, what up? Dave G, a down bad Chad, shaking my head. Spliff Skylark said, Boss Mac said, bitches got to like you. Just because you look good don't mean you have good energy. Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You could be six whatever and you could claim you good looking, but if you ain't got no game, if you ain't got no confident good energy, if you can't hold a conversation, if you don't know how to give off attractive energy, then you're done, bro. You're fucking done. Y'all niggas always want to talk, oh yeah, I'm six. Bro, think about it. If all of that shit was true, then you being 6'1", you would be swimming in bitches then. right? It's so funny how that could be your reality and niggas still think that we don't know what we talking about. How y'all doing? All right. Just because you 6'1" and all that don't mean you know what you're doing. How you doing? ASAP, will you be able to find success going up group of women trying to get multiple numbers at the same time, or making it clear to the group, making it clear to that group of women? It depends on what you say. It depends on what you say, but success doesn't come with success has nothing to do with what the women say back to you. Success is all about you going up and saying what you need to say. Y'all need to stop looking at the outcome of the women liking you as success or failure. Y'all need to switch your mindset, bro. We already know every woman you talk to is not gonna like you. So what's the point? What's the point of judging that as success or failure? What's the point of judging that as success or failure when we already know that every woman that we talk to is not necessarily gonna like us? Y'all niggas is weird with that mindset. I keep telling y'all. I know it's hard to do because it's like, oh well, I want the girl to like me. I want her to take my number and call me, and if she don't, then that's a L. But only way is if you change your mindset, bro. You gotta change your mindset. Um, just me says I'm starting to give up, but focus on getting money and travel. They don't, they, they don't worth my presence. Um, Referton says, can you read me? Okay, I could read the words you put in the chat. Referton says, I leave with this quote from my grandfather: "The man who is afraid doesn't sleep with good-looking women." The man who is afraid doesn't sleep with good-looking women. Okay. I'll ponder that and come up with an analysis later. I don't know if I know what that means right now. How y'all doing? B said interesting chat. Interesting chat, definitely. We are out here on the trail chopping up game. We are out here on the trail chopping up game. Every woman ain't gonna like you. And even the women that start off liking you, that don't mean it's gonna turn into anything good. Because a woman could just see you, like your smile, and say yes in the moment, and then later on, when you set up that first date, she could flake, or maybe y'all go on a date, but for whatever reason, she not feeling you the next time, or when y'all actually go on a date for whatever reason, it just doesn't work out. So it's like we gotta stop acting as if the things that happen with women is the success. That's not the success. The success is you doing, being, and saying exactly how you want to do, say, and behave in your life. That is the thing. So if you see a girl you want to say something to, going up to say something to her is the win. That's the win. Whatever she say back don't really fucking matter. Because no matter what she say, you gonna go talk to other women anyway. So that don't have nothing to do with your success or failure. Because it's not like after you talk to this one, you're gonna stop talking to her if she says yes. And it's not like if once you talk to this one, you're gonna stop talking to women even if she say no. So it really doesn't, it's not that's not a way to measure success and failure. How you doing? Whoo! All right, what y'all talking about? Let me see. Reference says in Italian makes sense. Sorry. Okay. Chris Romo. How you doing? Chris Romo says, God is good, men. You are men. Remember that. Facts. Spliff says, Miles is an emotionless face from a woman after an approach irrelevant if she's following my lead. Look, if a woman is following your lead, everything else is irrelevant, son. Everything. It don't fucking matter. Like y'all niggas, what do you want bitches to do? Throw you a fucking parade just to make you feel good? Her following your lead is not good enough? Like, what are we talking about? Come on, emotionless face? What if that's just how her face is? If she's following your lead, it doesn't matter, bro. If she's doing what you told her to do, it doesn't matter, my nigga. Just me and you says I'm getting my money up to go get the real baddies on Columbia. It's a wrap for me. Okay, just me. That's fine. Have fun, bro, and be careful. Have fun. Be careful, bro. Don't forget the game, though. Don't forget the game. Because you still going to need it in Columbia. How you doing? Chris says, remember, man, we got options. Women ain't special. Facts. Chris says, beautiful trail. Yes, sir. ASAP says, also for clarification on the context of my questions, a lot of the things I have been asking out have been getting laughed at by friends and close family members. What? A lot of the things I've been asking out have been getting laughed at by my friends and family. I don't understand what the things. What do you? I don't know what you're saying. You got to clarify that. Mikhail says, so a way to measure it is I see 20 women attracted today, but I only talked to 10. 50% of the time I did what I wanted, so I failed. Well, yeah, if you didn't do exactly what you wanted to do, then yeah, you failed yourself. Exactly. If you didn't do what you actually wanted to do, if you allowed fear to stop you from going to do what you really wanted to do, then yes, you failed yourself. Yep. ASAP says, I know objectively I shouldn't let that get to me, but it makes me subconsciously doubt whatever I'm doing. So that's why I asked the questions to get clarification. Well, listen, ASAP, nothing matters if you don't believe in yourself, bro. That's why I created a masculine identity membership. So if you want to check that out, go to masculineidentitymembership.com or go to masculineidentity.com and you can check it out. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't have a positive perspective of yourself, nothing matters. None of it matters at all. How you doing? Spliff says, you're absolutely right, bro. Chris Romo says, if she acting goofy, we're done. Remember that. Facts. Guys, you don't have to waste time with these chicks, bro. You don't have to waste time with these chicks. You really don't have to. Again, you could be cool, respectful, take it easy, but just let her know, look, I already see this date ain't really going, we ain't really got no chemistry like that. This date ain't going nowhere. You're not really on my page, and that's okay. So I'm gonna just end the date right here. Do you need me to walk you to your car? Do you need anything else? All right, cool. Let me know that you got home safe, that type of shit. Keep it moving, bro. Like, Toddy Kid says, moral is just care about what you want, and if she follows, that's all that matters. Yep. Sterling Borg said, honesty matters. You got to be authentic. Exactly. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes chicks be like seeing if you really about what you about. And when you ready to end a date, that's when they'll be like, no, 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 I was just joking. I was just joking. I actually like you. You know what I'm saying? Like chicks would be on it like that. Because I've had situations like that. But again, it's like you said, you got to be honest. You have to be honest. A lot of y'all niggas sit there on the date. And trust me, the girl knows, bro. The girl knows that what you want to do. The girl knows you want to make out. The girl knows you want to go back to your apartment and have sex. She knows. But if you're willing to sit there on the date, she looking at you like, if you're willing to sit there and waste your fucking time on a date, she's looking at you like, oh, this dude is he's willing to let me waste his fucking time. And guess what? You become less and less attractive to that woman. You become less and less attractive to that woman because you sitting there on a fucking date. This is why we don't suggest you go to dinner on the first date. This is why we don't suggest you go to the movies on the first date. Because dinner and the movie locks you in to too much of an obligation. You understand? If it's a drink or just going out for coffee, then it gives you the option if you need to. How you doing? It gives you the option if you need to end the date early. You understand? Or it's like you could get your coffee to go. You could, take your drink. You could take your drink to another part of the bar. You know what I'm saying? You could tell a bartender, check please. You understand? Finish your drink and walk the fuck out. But when you got dinner and you actually, let's just say you go out to dinner and you actually hungry and you actually go to a restaurant that you wanted to eat at. Excuse me. You gonna sit there for an hour and a half feeding a woman that don't like you. That's crazy. You gotta change that, bro. Women need to get down and lay down. Dan Frank said hello chat room. Sterling Borg says exactly, Miles, 10 toes down. Chris Romo says be direct. Say I need you to do A and B. If we finna get cozy later. I like that. Get cozy. I like that. Get cozy. Excuse me. Chris Romo said bless you. All right, guys. That's about it for the YouTube. I'm about to cut it and then move over to Instagram. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for the conversation. Hope somebody learned something from it. Y'all have a great weekend. Remember, we going live 4:15 this afternoon, me and Lucario. And we got Manhood is a Skill Set show tomorrow. And then we have Real Game No Theory on Sunday, all right? So you guys have a great weekend. Be safe. Go out and meet some people, man. Go out and meet some people. Learn how to talk. Learn how to be sociable. You feel me? It's all about getting your skills up. It's not about the women and whatever they say. It's not about that. Yeah, 4:15 Eastern time. Yes, sir. It's not about all of that bullshit. You understand? Every woman is not going to like you, so it doesn't make sense to judge your success or failure off of what they say back to you. The success is you going to do what you do, all right? Lil Dio is a little bit too late, bro. But I'll catch you on the next one, all right? So you have a great day. Be good to yourself. Remember to choose